Flosstube. This is Nancy, Quilting Stitcher. Today is November 9th. You won't be seeing this till probably November 12th. I usually record on Saturday afternoons or evenings, depending on my work schedule. It just seems like the best time. My husband works out of town, and so he leaves Saturday mornings, and so he's usually gone, and then it's kind of weird to record in front of him anyway. But he's not going out of town next week, so he will be in town, and I will probably be busy doing things. We usually are when he's home. So I just didn't want to take the chance that I wouldn't have time to do this. So I just want to say thank you for everyone who has subscribed, who has watched. I have notes, so if I keep looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. I want to say thanks to everyone who has subscribed and watched my videos and liked them and commented, and there have been a few shout-outs. I appreciate the shout-outs. It's why I keep doing them, and even if just one person watches, then that's all that matters. And I guess if nobody watches, it doesn't matter, because I'm doing this for me anyway. So thanks. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I answer every question. I don't necessarily answer every comment, but I do like them or love them. But if you ask a question, I do answer the question. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, because I will answer them. I hope everyone had a happy Halloween, and Thanksgiving is 2 weeks from today. That just it blows my mind how fast it came up. And I told my husband, I says, when you're home this week, this weekend, we have got to go get our turkey, because we're going to have a house full of people, and I'm sure they don't want a hamburger for Thanksgiving. I know last year, the store I worked at, we ran out of turkeys the week of Thanksgiving, and people were like buying the Cornish game hens just so they would have somewhat of a turkey, I guess. I don't know. So that's what we're going to be doing when he gets home. We're going to go and get at least the turkey for Thanksgiving. My kids and my grandkids are coming over, and I'm just going to do the basic things, and then everybody will bring something to fill in all the gaps for the meal. So what do I have? I think I'm going to start out with this. I got this in the mail. It's by Chessie and me. It's called Delaware House Stitch Book. I don't know who sent it to me. I have no clue. I don't know. I know I didn't buy it, because this is not something I would have bought. So I don't know if I won a contest, or I don't know. Thanks to whoever sent it. If you watch my Flosstube videos, thank you if you sent it to me. I appreciate it. But I really just, I don't know who sent it to me. But it's not something I would stitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it on, because I want it to go to somebody who wants it and who would stitch it. So if you want it, say so in the comments below. If there's more than one person that says that they want it, I'll do a drawing on my next video, and then I'll send it out. But if only one person wants it, then it's yours anyway. So I'll kind of leave it open to my next video before I even send it out. But if you want it, you're more than welcome. It's kind of a different pattern. I don't know. It has some different stitching and stuff. I don't know. Here. Anyway, but thanks to whoever sent it, whoever you are. I appreciate it. Let's see. Let's go on to my finishes. So I'm finally done with all the ornaments. Finally, fully finished with them. They're done. And I'm done with ornaments for the year, because I'm tired of working on ornaments. I want to do some other fun stuff. I finished them up this past week. And some of them, I kind of wish I would have done them all kind of like this. I did them all in the same manner, but I didn't put anything on them. I just mounted them, and I like the simplicity of it. And I wish I'd done them all that way, but I didn't. But they're done. And then I'm a firm believer of putting something on it that, even if it's something as simple as something as an ornament, that you put something on it to say the year that you stitched it and who stitched it, even if it's just your initials, so that it may not really mean a whole lot. Like, this is really not that big of a deal to me right now, but you know, who knows? One of my grandkids might say, "Oh, I want that of Grandma's. I remember that." And so anyway, I always put my, sorry, I'm flipping it around here. I always put my initials and the date or the year I stitch it. And I didn't want it on the front. And I had saw somebody on a video, and I can't remember whose video it was, I'm sorry. But I just took this, when I trimmed it, I took the scraps and I just stitched my initials and the year that I stitched it, and then I just glued it on the back. So that even though this is not an heirloom thing, it still may get passed down, and a child or a grandchild or a great-grandchild may want to know who actually stitched this. And so that's, like I said, I'm a firm believer. And I usually, on pieces, I always do it, and I usually just put it somewhere that's in an inconspicuous place so that, you know, it doesn't stand and say, "Oh, look who stitched this." But anyway, so I'm just going to quickly flip through them. It's not, here's one. This one I did put a little border around it. There's that one. This one I put a bow. Like I said, I wish I had not done that, but for what I'm using them for, it doesn't really matter. There's that one. And I used Vanna's tutorial to do this, and then I kind of just used her tutorial to do it, but then I kind of tweaked it a little bit to make it more easier, I guess, for me. I don't know. But I like the without anything on them, just the little embellishments that the pattern called for. But I like the simplicity of those. So those are things I did. And then I've been doing the Heart in Hand chalkboard series, and this is January, so I've got October, November, December, and January done. But I'm kind of burned out on them, so I've kind of put up, I'm not going to start on February's. Maybe when it gets closer to February, then I'll feel in the mood to do it. But I put the seed beads on. I don't know if you can see them, because I wanted a little bit of sparkle, because snowflakes sparkle when the sun hits them or the moon hits them. And so everywhere there was, so these would have been stitched in this blue, but I just instead put the little beads on there. And then this is some trim I found at Michael's. So there's that one. And then these were from the Little House Needleworks, Baked Goods and Hot Cocoa. This one's Baked Goods. Again, using Vanna's tutorial. Just made a little pillow out of it. Again, I don't particularly like French knots. I do put them on pieces that call for them, but if I can substitute it for a bead, I would. And this one I could, so I put little beads on there. You can see them, but you can't see the little sparkle of the beads. But anyway, and then I used this is actually flannel that I pulled out of my fabric stash. It was just a scrap piece I had. And then just I made it into an ornament, but I think I'll put this in a basket. But it does have the option, it can be an ornament. And then here's the Hot Cocoa one. Same manner, same ribbon, same backing. And just stuffed it. I like these. I think they're really cute. I really like those. And then this is out of the Just Cross Stitch ornament issue, the 2017. I agree with people that have said there's not really anything in there. I think I picked up 3, maybe 4 that I wanted to stitch. This is one of them. I just think he's so stinking cute. Isn't he adorable? I don't know. I've got a thing for lambs. I don't know what the deal is for sheep. But anyway. And again, just flannel I had in my fabric stash. And then I did the cording. This is the first time I've ever done the cording. And it's not that great. I don't know. But it's the first time. I guess with practice I'll learn how to do it better. And then it's got the little bow. He kind of is not shaped right. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, the little bow. So I did When I say I put my initials, and sometimes you put them where you can't see them, if you can see right there. But yet, you know, it doesn't, it's in a color that kind of blends in, and anyway. Okay, so on to my whips. First one I want to show you is, it's called Let's Take a Bubble Bath. It's an Ursula Michael design. This is the chart. Here's the chart. I'm kind of swapping out some of the colors. I'm going to hang it in my bathroom, and I want it to match my bathroom. I am doing the bubbles in the pink because I just think they're cute, like that. But I'm switching out the colors in the blue to match my bathroom. I like these charts. They're actually a fast stitch, and I've got a couple of them. I've done the sewing machine. If you can see right there, I did the mixer. I love that. And I think I did it the color it called for, maybe, I can't remember, but I did swap out some colors in there. That's the thing with these charts, is you can actually personalize them and make them the colors you want them. It's super, super easy. DMC is what I'm using. I don't know if it's, yeah, it's called for DMC. And here it is. Let's see if I can put something behind it. Got some bubbles done. I've started my rotation. Now the ornaments are done, I've started my rotation, and I have 3 charts in my rotation. I do usually up to 7, no more than 7 in my rotation. But this was, I actually just stitched this. I had an hour or so, hour and a half before work one day, and so I sat down. That actually went pretty fast. And it's my new needle minder, Mr. Potato Head. Brenda's needle, what's it called? Brenda's Minders and More, or something like that. I don't know. It's on Facebook. Anyway, so that's my first whip. Okay, the next one is, everybody's doing this one. It's, I got the chart a month ago, and now they got, anyway, I've been wanting to get in on this stitch along that Priscilla and Chelsea are doing, but I wanted to get the ornaments done up. So anyway, so now I'm late to the party, but I have showed up for it. It's Lantern Lane, and there's no DMC conversion in this, so I had to go online and I figured out the DMC conversion. The reason I don't use specialty threads is because I don't have access to them. I do online, and I would have to order them, but I don't have access to them locally, and so it's just, and I have access to DMC, so that's what I use. But anyway, so Lantern Lane, and anyway, I have a story about the house. This is where I'm at. So when I did the conversion, I used the DMC conversion that I found online for whatever specialty floss it was, I can't remember. And I had all of this top stitched, all this red. And I didn't like it. I didn't like the color. I wanted my house to be red. And it was more pink, I guess. Kind of a mauvey, it was a mauvey reddish color, I guess. Anyway, and I didn't like it. So I pulled out, this I think is it's either 815 or 816, I can't remember. I pulled it out, and so I tore all that out, and I've restitched it. And it's, I'm liking it better. I like red houses. So there's that one, and then the next one that I'm doing, sorry I'm reaching here, is, I couldn't decide if I wanted to start this now or if I wanted to wait until after the first of the year to start it, but I decided to just jump on the bandwagon and do it now. And so this is Little House Needleworks Hometown Holiday Series. And I'm doing them in order. So I started with number 1, which is my house. Right there. I don't know. It's not, is it focusing? I can't tell if it's focusing or not. Anyway, so it's my house. I'm doing the DMC conversion on 14 count Aida. I have coffee and tea dyed it. And this is where I'm at. And these are actually, this is actually going really fast. This is only not too many hours of stitching, maybe 4. Couple of nights worth of stitching. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm doing these individually because I'm kind of rolling around an idea in my head of how I want to finish them. So I'm stitching them individually. So anyway, so those are my whips. Okay, this thing, I have to show you something. This is awesome. Okay, so my grandma passed away quite a few years ago, like 20 some years ago. And my mom inherited, when they cleaned out the house, she had put some stuff in a suitcase. And they had been in her garage for years, like 20 years. And when we had to end up, we put my parents into an assisted living facility, and my mom has since passed away. But their house sat empty for a year and a half, something like that. And it was starting to deteriorate, so we decided we needed to go through the house and go through stuff. Even though my dad is still alive, he was not going to be moving back home. So we had to go through the house and clean it out and get it ready and sell it, because a house that's not lived in deteriorates. And the roof, we had to end up replacing the roof because there was a part of it that was starting to leak, and we started getting mice in the house. And anyway, and we just decided it was time to sell the house rather than keep putting money into it, because we were, we still had the electricity on. We still had, because we had to have heat in the house in the winter. And anyway, so it was getting to where it was an expense that we felt we didn't need to have anymore. And so we were going through it, and I got these suitcases and brought them home, and I knew that they had my grandma's stuff in them. I didn't realize, I knew there was pictures and stuff in there. I didn't realize all that was in there. Anyway, it ended up having her scrapbooks in there. And I was going through the scrapbooks one day, and I come across this. And this is so old, it's falling apart, and I need to figure out how to preserve it. But I pulled this out of her scrapbook. And trying to figure out I know who stitched it. Her name is on it. She actually stitched her name on this. And so I've been kind of process of elimination, trying to figure out I know how she's related. She is in the grandma line. And so process of elimination and narrowing everything down, she is 1, 2, 3, 4 great grandmas, possibly 5. So great, 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 possibly great grandmother is who stitched this. So I'm figuring also, because then I got on to figure out kind of when everybody was born. This is mid 1800s, like 1850 to 1880 is going to be my guess. And I think I can still narrow it down by going back and digging through genealogy, which it's kind of buried, and so I didn't want to take the time to try to find it. To actually, maybe I could even get a closer date of when this was stitched. It is on perforated paper. So perforated paper's been around for a long, long time. It's not a cross stitch, but it is satin stitched. And this is it. Isn't that a gem? Isn't that awesome? And there's her name, Jane E. Stone. And I try not to handle this very often. I have a sleeve that I keep it in. And it's satin, it looks like a satin stitched. But anyway, isn't that awesome? So, and I think it's perforated paper. To me, it looks like perforated paper, and it feels like it. But it says home. Let's see, what is home without a father, is what it says. So anyway, I want to figure out how to preserve this. So if you have any ideas, let me know and put them in the comments. My thinking is I want to somehow mat it on something and then put it in a frame and then put museum glass on the front of it and then hang it in my sewing room is what I would like to do. So if you, isn't that awesome? That is just, to me, it's an awesome find. And like I said, I'm thinking it was probably stitched mid 1800s, so it would make it really old. Okay, so what else? Oh, so I have a Facebook group. If you would like to join, I'm going to put a link down in the description. It's for quilters and cross stitchers. What I wanted is and I think I've explained this in other videos. It's a Facebook group that combines my two loves, quilting and cross stitch. And anybody's welcome to join. I do some different things on there, but anyway, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to start a stitch along starting January 1st. And I've been kind of, and I'll probably talk about it in every video up until then, just so that if you want to join along in my stitch along, you are more than welcome. If you'd like to join the Facebook group, go to the link and request to join, and I will add you to it. But anyway, the stitch along we're going to do is the Country Cottage Needle Works Santa's Village. This is the first one. We're going to do one a month. So it's not going to be something that, and you can stitch at your own pace. If you want to move ahead and do more than one a month, you're welcome to. But I'm going to post in the group once a month. This is the one we're working on. And then you can share. I'm using the DMC conversion. Some people are going to do them as separate pieces. Some are going to do them as one big piece. I'm going to do mine as one big piece. And I have my fabric all ready, all cut, ready to go. And then I've changed my mind on my fabric because I think I want an opalescent fabric. So I've ordered it. It'll be here any day. But this is, if you want to join. And you don't have to join the Facebook group to do the stitch along. You can just do it. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. But if you'd like to join in with the group and do it, you are more than welcome to do that too. Oh, and then, so my next video I'll do after this one will be uploaded the Sunday after Thanksgiving. So, because I do my videos every 2 weeks. So I'll do it, I'll record it the Saturday after Thanksgiving and get it uploaded Sunday. So I have something though planned for that video, and you're going to want to watch it. If you don't watch any of my videos, watch that one, because I'm going to do something really fun on that one. I've kind of been mulling it around in my mind and thinking how I'm going to do it and everything. Anyway, so join that one or watch that one, and because I'm gonna give something away, because my birthday's coming up. Anyway, I'm gonna give something away, so make sure you watch that video. What else do I have? Shoutouts. I want to do a couple of shoutouts. What I try to do is every week I just go in and put Flosstube #1 into the search engine on YouTube, and it brings up, and then I just kind of pick somebody and I start watching. I watch their first video and their last video, and then I go back then I go back and kind of binge watch if I want to keep watching them. And so two I found one is Marcie Hart, a work of Hart, and it's Marcie, M-A-R-C-I-E, Hart, H-A-R-T. And she only has one Flosstube video. I think it was November 1st or 2nd. So anyway, I want to do a shout out to her. I think she'll be fun to watch. And I've subscribed to her channel. And I'll put these down in the description so you can know. The other one that I've discovered this week, and she's been around for a while, and I've heard a couple of people mention her, and I think her name is Sylivia, Beckisland, and I'm not sure, but she has an accent. So she's so cute. She is just a cute lady, and I love her accent. And she mostly does smalls, which is nice because to know that I'm not the only one that really just does like small projects. But And I think she's from Germany. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have watched her. I watched her first video, her last video, and I think I'm into number 4 on her videos. But I think she's from Germany. So correct me if I'm wrong, because I really want to know where she's from. She's just a cute lady. Anyway, so those are my shout outs, and I'll put them down in the description. So if you want to check out their YouTube videos, I encourage you to, because this is how we get to know other people. This is how I've discovered some people, is someone will do a shout out, and so then I go in and I check their videos out, and I find 99% of people enjoyable, and I hope people find my videos enjoyable. Okay, so what else? Oh, quickly, because I've only got 5 minutes before my recording stops. My quilts. But this is not a quilt, it's a table topper for Thanksgiving that I made. And this is the back. I don't usually quilt my own quilts. I used to send them out to Long Rope Armors because it's not a process I enjoy of the quilting, making quilts. But when I have small ones like this, I do quilt my own. And it's applique. I machine applique. I can cross stitch all day long. I don't enjoy hand applique. So I machine applique. And then the companion piece to this is it's a bench pillow. I just put it on the back of my couch. If you can see that. But anyway, this is all these leaves. This actually went together faster than I thought it would, because there was a lot of little thread changes, of thread colors changing, and a lot of little applique. And this is the back. And it's actually just a pillow cover, so after Thanksgiving I'll take it off. I don't have this is the first one I've made, but this is the first one I made, so I don't know, I'm going to put on it for after Thanksgiving. I guess I have a snowman one cut out. I guess I should get it put together, so I have, otherwise I don't know what I'm going to do with the pillow. But anyway, so just want everybody to have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a safe Black Friday if you go and do that crazy, Black Friday thing. I used to do that until I started working retail. I don't enjoy the retail side of the holidays, so I actually don't even. I do probably 75% of my shopping online because I don't enjoy going out and being with the crowds and people. Sometimes, even though I think people forget the meaning of Christmas and the holidays, and so I don't like being out in all the madness and that. And anyway, so but if you do that and that's your thing, great. Just be careful, be safe, and I will see you after Thanksgiving. Bye.